Alright, so happy Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
I feel like I need my little mariachi band. Alright, so we are obviously going to be making something Mexican today, and we chose enchiladas. We got a pork loin from Food Lion for $8.50. It was about 3.5 pounds. Yeah. So I got it in the crock pot. I've already got it on high so it can start cooking so we can make enchiladas later tonight. I've already added a handful of jalapenos. It was like right here at this line of how much jalapeno hot sauce we had that Thriftastic Mom gave us. Shout out right there. I haven't added this or this. All I've added is some dark chili powder. I've just covered it and then I rubbed it in. Black pepper, again, just covered it, rubbed it in. Cumin, covered it, rubbed it in. I'm going to be adding some garlic. Grab that. And when I cook a roast, you always gotta have liquid in there. And I got my favorite thing for liquid is beer. Yeah. All right. So it's covered in garlic. We got that rubbed in. I'm gonna add some sriracha black pepper.
Ooh. Very nice.
Again, try to cover the whole thing. Because when you've got about 3.5 pounds of meat and then you've got a bunch of liquid in here, you gotta think too, the spices are gonna be a little bit diluted. They're not gonna be as potent as you think they are.
Oh, look at that.
Gonna flip it, and that's actually not a bad piece of fat on there. So that's gonna be really good. It's really thin. It's a great piece of meat, so I'm really excited for this. All right, so we've got that covered and saturated. I'm going to finish off the tall boy. Alright, so probably got like a fourth of beer left in the can. You kind of just want to make sure that the liquid is even to the top of the meat. That way it has room to break apart and expand and shred, because you can always shred your meat yourself, but it's pretty awesome when the meat does all the work for you. That's the great part about a crock pot.
For real.
So, we've got that covered. Again, we'll run over the spices. Show them again. We had some minced garlic. We've got ground cumin, which is a necessity in any Spanish Mexican cooking. For me, I always got to use this. It's my taco seasoning, basically. We got sriracha black pepper. I didn't actually use the garlic powder. Black pepper, some chili powder. Oh, I forgot the cayenne.
I need that.
Can't forget the cayenne. Cover the meat. Get all that rubbed in. Alright, now it's time to put the lid on and we'll check it in about an hour, dude.
Alright.
Cinco de Mayo special video.
Yeah.
We are going to be making homemade margaritas. I don't buy pre-mixed because it's usually just really full of sugar. And I don't like they taste artificial in a way, kind of. So what we've got is we got a cup of ice, we got some lime juice, of course the main ingredient, we got some tequila, which we got for I think a $17.99 at our local liquor store.
Yep.
And then we got some cranberry juice. So we're going to be making cranberry lime margaritas.
Yep, let's do it.
And then a little bit of honey to add a little bit of sweetness. Alrighty, we have a half a cup of ice. We're going to do a half a tablespoon of lime juice. And a little over. There we go. I just want a little over.
A little extra. Awesome.
Alright. We're going to add the tequila. So we're going to share this one. So I'm going to do 2.5. I always, for every margarita, I love the NutriBullet because it makes like individual margaritas. So I always do 2 shots and a little
A little
So that's what we got going on so far.
Nice.
Alright. drizzle some honey. I always do the honey after we got the liquid in. That way it doesn't settle at the bottom and you can't get it off.
Very smart.
And again, just however much sweetness you feel like you have to add. So, I have 100% cranberry juice. So we're going to fill this about right there. So, we've got honey, tequila, cranberry juice, and lime juice, and ice. See that little bit of honey?
Quick.
A little bit of ice. There you go.
Awesome.
Homemade margarita. You want to try it?
Yeah, absolutely. See me? All right.
All right, let's try the margarita.
Smells good. Oh, wow.
Is that good?
It's so good.
There we go.
You can really taste the lime.
Cinco de Mayo margarita, y'all.
Cheers.
Alright, next part of our Cinco de Mayo video, we are making homemade salsa. We rarely buy our own salsa, but the last 2 times we were kind of lazy and we bought our own salsa.
Right.
But it's Cinco de Mayo and I have to make homemade salsa. So, I have green peppers, I have tomatoes. Half of these tomatoes are going to go into Pico De Gallo and half of them are going to go into salsa. I have 2 onions for the salsa. That's what we're making right now. So we're going to do 2 tomatoes, 2 onions. I have 2 bushels of cilantro. And I'm going to use 1 of the green peppers. The other green pepper is actually going to go into the enchiladas, which we'll be making later. And I have black beans and corn. The lime will also, half of it will be going into the salsa and half of it will be going into the Pico De Gallo. So, I already have 1 onion chopped. I'm going to go ahead and get this next one chopped. Featuring my very loud cutting board. So, when I first started cooking for us as like a couple, like making dinner and stuff like that, I learned very quickly that if I don't cut onions very, very small, he will not eat it.
Sure.
Which is okay, which is funny because like growing up, my mom was always like, you're like your dad, you can't chop onions small enough. We always actually called it cut like cavemen. So when I met you and we started cooking and whatnot, I made sure that I learned how to cut onion small.
I really appreciate it.
Especially when I'm cooking them, but with like pico and stuff like that, you don't want giant chunks of onion. Especially because pico is so good, you don't want to like overpower it. Get a chip, you want everything to be on 1 chip.
Exactly.
That way you get all the flavors in one. You don't want like big bits of onion. I'm going to keep cutting. I'm going to start cutting tomatoes and green peppers. Awesome. And then I will get my lovely assistant to cut my cilantro.
Always hand-pick cilantro and
yeah, that's like dirt. That's dirt duty in the kitchen. Is always the one who had to pick cilantro growing up in the house. So it's it's funny. I'm like, nope, you got to do it. I got to do everything else.
She pushed that job off on me. So.
I do, but I got to do everything else.
It's cool.
All right. Alright, so I am making the Pico De Gallo right now. I already have some of the mango already peeled. I wanted to let y'all know how to peel a mango, basically, and how to cut up a mango. So first I slice it all the way around to the core. It'll only go about like halfway in because of the core in the middle. So I've got to get this already off of there. Alright, so I'm going to start slicing this mango. It doesn't look pretty, but it tastes really good. Basically, you just kind of have to start cutting bits off. There we go. Got a bit right there. There. Start cutting it off around the core. Alright, so I'm going to keep cutting mango and get this started. Alright, so it's starting to shred at the top a little bit. This is kind of like a progress crock pot report. I'm going to cut it into slices, like smaller slices. That way it will break apart faster, since we are eating this tonight and this isn't just, you know, cooking for a whole 24 hours. I'm just cutting it kind of like into fourths, so it'll start to break down faster. So, let's get this fork out of there. I'm going to cut this last piece, and then I'm going to put the crock. See, that went through. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that went right through. It's looking awesome. So, there we go. Everything's covered in liquid. We got to break it apart. And so we're going to let this finish while we make salsa and guacamole and whatnot. So, here we go. Alright, so we're finishing up the pico. We've got tomato, we've got onion, 2 onions, we've got 2.5 tomatoes, we've got a bushel of cilantro, and now I'm going to be adding the lime. If the lime itself isn't enough, then I actually have lime juice to add. So, again, like in our marinating video, a little trick we found out. Slicing it halfway that way, and again, little notches like this.
Awesome.
Like that.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely helps release more of the juice.
This is all fresh ingredients. This is no processed anything.
No frozen anything.
It's beautiful. It's colorful and looks delicious. I'm spoiled rotten, if you guys haven't noticed yet.
As long as you know that, honey.
You know it. Ooh, yeah.
Love it when food talks to you. So this is...
Oh my god, it smells so good.
And I love the smell of lime juice. Alright, so all I have left to add is a little bit of garlic juice. I'm not going to add like big chunks of garlic or any of the minced really bits. Mostly just the juice.
2 little pieces, it's perfect. Oh yeah.
You want to zoom in for me?
Sure. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Oh, look at that. That looks
Again, cilantro, a whole mango, 2 onions, and 2.5 tomatoes. Altogether, the amount of money that I spent on all the ingredients for pico, all the ingredients for salsa, would be like the same amount as one of those big containers you can get of salsa at Walmart.
Yeah.
For like $6. I spent like $6 on all of this to make all of this in like bulk size. So it's going to last us like 2 days. Which is awesome. So, alright, we just finished our pico. We're going to put it in the fridge. Alright, so I'm going to cut this last piece of the green pepper. I'm using 1 whole green pepper for the salsa. The other green pepper we're going to be putting into the meat mixture that's going to go into the enchiladas. So I'm kind of just showing you guys the way I cut my green peppers to get rid of all the seeds. Just kind of knock them out of there. Cut this into half. So I'm just showing you how I dice down green pepper.
Beautiful.
Cinco. Get rid of all that. I like some pieces a little bit bigger than others, but I keep them kind of in the same size range. So. Alright, so just wanted to do a clip. This is one of the things that we kind of stole from your mom.
Yeah.
She told us that she had a box of stuff that she didn't need and couldn't sell, so we walked in there and there was a Pampered Chef sitting in there. It's the thing that you can cut your veggies with. So it's pretty nifty. So if you can't get your onions small enough, or like your peppers or anything that you're cutting, if you can't get the veggie small enough, this is what you do. You still have to cut these like into fourths.
Oh yeah. That looks good.
There you go.
That's perfect. Alright guys, so here's the meat so far. Just shredding apart. Look at that. Oh, find a big piece I can shred.
Sorry, you can hear me cooking in the background.
She's cooking some corn and black beans.
For the salsa.
The salsa. It's shredding apart. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Let me see if I can I can't even stick it and like hold it because it's shredding so good.
That's awesome. It smells amazing.
It does. It's got some spice to it, and
well, we're not going to add any like super spice to anything else, so I wanted the spice to like resonate in the meat.
oh yeah, good stuff. That's how we're going so far.
Alright, so this is part guacamole. 3 avocados into this. I'll do the last one on video for you guys. I like to keep guacamole kind of basic. I like the regular taste of avocados anyways. So all I'm going to add is some garlic and some lime juice. That's it. I don't like to make guacamole too complicated.
Every time you make it, it's always delicious. I would say she probably makes some of the best guac I've ever had in my life.
I don't like to make it like super like smooth. I kind of like having a little bit of chunks in it, like
Yeah,
with the avocado. It gives it a little texture. Alright, so lime juice. Again, kind of my way of measuring is just covering the top. I'm just going from there. But avocados need that acidity to make a good. They need lime juice to make a good guacamole. Definitely need lime juice to make a good guacamole. The garlic. Again, not making it completely smooth, just kind of getting it down. Kind of chunky, but alright, so I don't have any sea salt in the house, so I am going to use the garlic powder because it has a little bit of salt in it. It's not garlic salt, but it does have a little bit of salt in it. So, yeah. Because oh, sorry, I hit the camera. My elbow's in a frenzy stirring.
Thank you, Tess. If I can get these, there we go.
It's perfect.
That's delicious.
I love avocados for what they are, so why overpower them with a bunch of seasonings when you don't need to? Alright, so final mixing of the salsa. We've got green pepper, we've got 2.5 tomatoes, we've got 2 onions, and a bushel of cilantro. We're going to make black bean corn, so and cook this on the stove because they were canned. We've got garlic, we've got a little bit of onion in there, some black pepper, and some lime juice. So that's going to go in there.
Love black beans. That's
Yeah,
so
I
good.
love black bean corn salsa. Alright.
Mix it all in and get a close up. that. Oh my god. I just love the way fresh vegetables look when you chop them up and the colors.
It's the best part too.
You got the yellow of the corn, the green of the peppers.
And the cilantro, the red of the tomatoes.
It's just gorgeous.
The kind of purple, darker color of the black beans.
Mm-hmm.
And white onions. It's a good blend. You ready to try it?
Yes, I am actually.
Alright, let's get some chips.
Chips? Chip me.
Chip me. Great value brand, but Walmart. Here, I got it. Has tortilla chips that are 92 cents for a bag. We've got a hint of lime, and then we've got another bag that's chili and garlic.
Ooh, yeah.
We already know what the hint of lime tastes like, so there's your chip, sir. Oh,
Thank you.
no, honey.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
I got you one.
Nice little chip there.
Good chip. Good,
All
good
right.
dipping chip.
Oh, of course it broke. That's just my luck.
Of
And it broke again. And again.
Oh.
No, come on, man. Let
You
me
got
use
it?
the fork.
There you go.
All right. I want that piece of tomato. Come here. Ah, I'm making a mess.
I feel like all it needs is a little sriracha black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit, and it'll be perfect.
It's so good.
Maybe a little bit of lime juice. Just a little.
Oh, you gotta taste your food as you make it.
Alright, so just a little sriracha black pepper. And then just a little more lime juice.
Once again.
Yep.
Here you are.
Thank you, sir.
Chip time. Try not to break this one. Ooh, look at that. That looks delicious. Mmm. Wow. That is life-changing.
Which is really good. Like, really good.
Thumbs up for me.
I'm gonna go ahead and get some, like, garlic heating up. Just do it like this so we don't put too much in. That's good. So it's little. It's actually to the line of the cap. Oh, can you see it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, let's get that in there. Alright guys, the next step in the process of our Cinco De Mayo special. I don't know if you've noticed, but everything has been homemade. Salsa, Pico De Gallo, our enchiladas, and now our enchilada sauce. They're heating up, so I got some regular tomato sauce. Great value brand. This was like 80 cents. I don't think it was any more than that. Let's get that going. Stir it in with the garlic. I am going to add some more seasoning. I'm just going to add some cumin, some black pepper, and just for fun, I'm going to add some smoked paprika. Will you give me a little bit of water in this?
Sure.
So I'm just going to add a little bit of water.
Yummy.
Because, you know, we want to saturate all of the enchiladas. We don't want dry enchiladas. Yes.
Yucky.
Whole point of enchilada is that it's covered in sauce. Alright, so black pepper. Again, kind of just covering the top. That's how I measure. If that's what you want to call measuring.
The rosy way.
No, it's more the Spaith way. My mom taught me.
Gotcha.
That's how she didn't really teach me to cook. I mean, she did, but for the most part, I just learned by being in the kitchen with her. I always had fun in the kitchen. So, smoked paprika. Smoked paprika gives it kind of, to me, it's like a smoky, bacony, like, you kind of put this on top of deviled eggs and stuff. But I like introducing it into my potato soups and stuff like that. So, it gives it a good, I know it's like weird to say bacony flavored. Like you're cooking bacon over the fire. That's what it tastes like. So, do a little something different. We got the spiciness in the meat. It's really good. I didn't want to overpower it in the sauce, so that way everything's balanced. Because I don't want, I don't want to be burping flames. So we're gonna get this going, and then this is the pan that we're gonna put our enchiladas in. We've got some flour tortillas, and then instead of olives, which we usually add on top of our enchiladas, or what I grew up eating on top of my enchiladas, I got some diced fire roasted green chilies. So that'll add to the sauce too, because usually my mom will do like a green chili sauce, and then she'll do like a regular enchilada sauce. So we're kind of just incorporating the both. So we are making the filling for our enchiladas. We are going to be using the roast, the green pepper. Alright, I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic. Since the meat is already seasoned and everything, we just want to add a little bit. Yes, I use garlic and everything.
We are not vampires.
We are not vampires, that is for sure. Thank you.
Ooh, there we go.
Awesome.
We always cook in cast iron. Cast iron is the way to go.
It is.
So it's just green peppers and garlic, right?
Yep, green peppers and garlic, and then we're going to add some roast in. But I want these to kind of sear real quick before I add the roast meat in.
Ooh, yeah.
Green peppers, I wanted to get them kind of like seared for a second, so I literally left them in the pan by themselves for about a minute before I added the meat. I had it about on medium-high.
I swear, every time we cook for an army.
We do. You want to grab the salsa so I can add a little bit into the mixture.
Fresh salsa, once again. Alright. Oh yeah.
A couple handfuls of our black bean and corn homemade salsa that we made. I'm throwing that in, so we're making the mixture for our enchiladas. And then once we get this all done, we're going to warm up our tortillas and then get them into the pan. Alright guys, so I just got all of the fixins that were in the cast iron. I just got them rolled up into enchiladas in our pan. I'm going to go ahead and pour the enchilada sauce over the top.
Ooh, look at that.
How perfect. I like thick enchilada sauce, so.
Yeah. It looks
I don't like it when
glorious
it's
on
too
the camera.
runny. Does it?
Oh yeah. Take a look at it. Looks like red velvet cake on top.
It does. It's the best meatloaf.
So good. I'm so looking forward to eating this.
We're going to do the first layer of cheese,
Let me get this open.
hot jalapeno, and habanero jack. I got this today. The actual, like, authentic Mexican crumbling cheese that goes on top of enchiladas. We had to splurge. And if you guys like pepper jack, the hot jalapeno and habanero jack is awesome. We always get this if we're making anything.
Piece of queso here. I'm gonna try it. Not bad.
Oh, that's awesome. We are going to add, where do they go? Oh, the green chilies. Instead of olives, I'm going to do green chilies that are fire roasted.
Can't be a home cook. Homemade.
All
scratch.
homemade. I think the only thing that's not made homemade are the tortillas and the cheese.
Right.
Green chilies because they're not spicy. They're just really flavorful. I'm going to crumble this cheese on top and then we're going to pop this in the oven.
That's what I'm talking about. One thing we love around here is cheese. And Mexican food.
Yeah. Can't tell you how many times I've been asked if I'm Latino.
I'm sorry, authentic Mexican food. That's what I should say.
Yeah, you can't find this in San Jose. Sorry. Everyone always asks that, and I was always super, super tan when I was a kid. So everyone always like, you always have enchiladas. You guys make like the best Mexican food, and you're super tan. Are you sure you're not Mexican? Like, no. But I do love the culture, and the hips don't lie. I can salsa. So, all right, they're gonna go in the oven at 375, probably for about a half an hour. And then we'll pop these puppies out, and before we scarf down, we will be sure to take a video. Oh, beautiful. Alright, so this is the final enchilada. This is the final product. We've got pulled pork in the enchiladas with green chilies. We made our own homemade sauce. The only thing that's not homemade out of this whole meal is the tortillas and cheese.
Yeah.
There we go. So we have our homemade guacamole right here. Our homemade mango Pico De Gallo. And homemade salsa. Black bean and corn salsa. Sorry. So we're about to pig out.
Yeah.
Happy Cinco De Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.